why Matt and I decided to take our $150K per month done for you lead gen marketing company and transition how each and every one of you, you're going to take your agency and you're going to become a rarity versus a commodity. Are you tired of people saying,
I've heard this before, what makes you guys different? What makes you special?
What we've been doing as marketing agency owners, we've been selling a crappy product. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. And if you're not, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it, guys. I'm excited. So with that being said, I'm super excited to dive into today's call because we are talking about how each and every one of you, you're going to take your agency and you're going to become a rarity versus a commodity. Are you tired of people saying,
I've heard this before, what makes you guys different? What makes you special?
I don't know. I've done this before. It didn't work out. The leads are crap. The leads that you're sending me, they don't work. They're ineffective. It's just a waste of money. Chargeback, refund, dispute, bad reviews. Are you guys tired of that? Ruben, you're not tired of that? You want some more?
No, I don't get any of it, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Until someone starts copying our offer. Not yet.
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So, don't mind me. I have an obsession with guns, guys. Like a literal obsession. So I need to put this down because I'm literally in the call playing with it while I'm talking to you. It's a problem.
What did he say?
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in on why Estate AI, why Matt and I decided to take our $150K per month done for you lead gen marketing company and transition to done what you coaching. Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone can see it. Cool.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
You guys can unmute, by the way. You don't have to stay muted. That's a little awkward. Shout out to Ruben because Ruben called us out a few weeks ago and said that we needed to have more visual aids. And dude, you were 100% right. So shout out to you because we made this document with you in mind to make sure that you guys can be as successful as possible. So,
love, brother.
Before we can dive in on why we decided to do this and why this can revolutionize your agency, I need to tell you why. Why did we decide to do this, right? Because everything was going well. We're making money. We honestly, we could just kept doing what we've always done. Sell leads. But guys, I'm in the business of longevity. I want this to be a business that can survive in the next 5 years. I want this to be a business with the least amount of stress. I want this to be a business where I don't have to worry about my clients suing me because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. All right. So the reason why we decided to fully transition into this model, it's a totally different model, right? Is because we've seen higher margins. We get to differentiate ourselves from our competition. We reduce our churn rate, increase our lifetime value, increase our maximum market cap, and we're seen as a rarity versus a commodity, like I was saying before. So instead of people saying, oh, I've seen this before, right? You're in a niche like real estate, like I am. If you're in a niche like fitness, Ruben, you're going to get it, bro. You're going to start getting it. Trust me. They've seen it all before. They've seen the ads. They've seen the guarantees. What makes you guys different? What separates you from the rest? Well, for us, it's simple. We don't just generate opportunities for you. We actually show you how to convert those opportunities. So we essentially got tired of prospects saying, what makes you different? And clients saying, these leads are crap. Instead of saying, it's your fault that the leads aren't converting, like most agencies say, we decided to take it a step further, right? Because most agencies will say if their clients aren't getting good results, that's because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But guess what? It doesn't matter. That's great for you to know. That boosts your ego, but it doesn't boost your bank account. That only boosts your ego. We need to boost your bank account, but most importantly, we need to boost your client's bank account. So how do we dive into that? How do we actually make that happen? How do we turn that dream into reality? That dream of clients being happy, that dream of clients sending you referrals left and right, that dream of having a program that you can actually be proud of selling because if someone puts in the work, they will have success, a massive amount of success with what you're selling them, right? So this all sounds cool, right? But what is a done with you coaching program? What is it actually? I could just say, oh yeah, we coach our clients, right? And that's the end of our call. But no, we are no longer a lead generation company. No longer. On our sales call, people are like, yeah, so what's your average cost per lead? How long have you guys been doing lead gen, right? We are not a lead generation company. I need you guys to take that terminology and throw it out the door. Take that terminology and throw it out the door. And the reason for that is because, once again, leads are a commodity. Anyone can generate leads. It's a name, a phone number, and an email. I can make something up right now and it'll be a lead. That's a lead. It's a name, a phone number, an email. There we go. Anyone can do that. I can send a 10-year-old out in the street, collects people's names, phone numbers, and emails, and he'll get me a bunch of leads. Leads do not translate into dollar signs. They do not translate into dollar signs. That's like me helping you start your agency and you turning on ads, but you don't know what to do with those leads. They're useless to you. So in reality, what we've been doing as marketing agency owners, we've been selling a crappy product. Your product in its current form, I am convinced that the product that you currently have will not be the product that you have in the next 3 months after this masterclass. I'm convinced by that. Your product will look totally different. Anyone can work out of their mom's basement and do that. Anyone can be a lead, can have a lead generation company. Heck, I'm doing it. All right, I'm literally in my mom's basement. So anyone can do it, guys. Anyone. So we are now coaching clients on how to think, how to act, and how to behave. Think about that. Mining equipment on top of a gold mine is useless if you don't know how to use it. If your clients, they literally have a gold mine that they're on top of, right? And you're giving them the equipment. But the problem is, as agency owners, we're not showing them how to use the actual equipment. And we're expecting them to get rich off of that. We're expecting them to get great results. So imagine if I told you start running agency ads, but you haven't become the person that you need to become to run a successful 6-figure business, or you don't know the difference between selling someone from online leads versus selling someone who was a referral for your business, because it's different. And most of your clients are used to referrals, and because they're used to referrals, they think that the quality of every single lead should be the equivalent of the quality of a referral. But it's not the case. Because online marketing, online lead generation is totally different from someone walking in from the street, signing up from your business because they saw your sign out on the street. The sales process is different. The way you approach the call, the way you talk to the person, it's different. So do you guys see the problem in what we've been doing as an industry over the past decade? Do you see the problem in your agency of what you're doing right now? All right.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. So diving deeper into this, right? Marketing agencies have been sending businesses great opportunities for decades now, but we've messed up along the way on one thing. And we assumed that the businesses we were working with knew what they were doing. We assumed that the businesses that we were working with knew how to run a business, knew how to sell, knew how to do all the things that they need in order to make this a success. But we can't assume, because our assumptions were wrong. Because in reality, they do not. These local business owners do not. These gym owners do not. These roofers do not. These pressure washers do not. They don't know how to run a business. Yes, Ruben, definitely haven't. Yeah, yes, this is super crucial. I'm about to get to a part where it's going to be important for him to be on. I'll give you like 2 minutes. I'll give you like 2 minutes to get him on. Does anyone have any questions right now?
Yes, I've got a quick one. Would this include having the client course and having the client success coach go through the client course and go through the sales scripts, the processes, and making sure that they're solid on it before leads ever get delivered? Is that part of this system?
Yes, I'm going to break that down in a second. But
okay, nice.
I'm going to simplify it it's going to be way more simple than what you just told me.
We've already got it. We've already got it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Sick. He's just joining now. I don't know if you guys can let him in. But anyway, continue. Don't let me hold you up. Here he is.
There we go. What's up, Toby? All right. So diving back into this, right? Toby, what we were saying is that in reality, the business owners that we are working with right now, they do not know how to sell. They do not have the mentality to become they're not a six-figure person right now. If they're not a six-figure human being, they will never be able to run a six-figure business. So how do we transform their mentality? How do we coach them? How do we help them? Rather than just saying, oh, this person's an idiot, they shouldn't run a business, and I can't work with them. Rather than doing that, because guess what, guys? That's 98% of the market right there. 98% of the market. Only 2% of the market is ready, capable to handle what you are going to deliver for them. Only 2%. So you're going to try to find that 2% when it's already difficult to close clients. So the question is, how do you take that 98% and teach them how to think? Think about when all of you guys started your entrepreneurship journey. Think about it. Where would you be without coaching, without mentorship? What would that look like? It's the same exact thing with these local business owners. That's where you would be. Confused. They have no clarity. They don't know what they're doing. They're just doing the mundane tasks over and over again, thinking this is what they need to do to grow their business. When in reality, it's not. Because they haven't experienced coaching to this degree. Because they probably went to college. They probably bought some business, bought a franchise, or decided to start doing this side hustle. And they thought and they believed that they had all the resources that they needed and that they just needed to provide a great service. But that is small-minded thinking. And that is not the thinking of 2022, because everything is digital now. So how do we help them transform their mentality to be able to understand that they need to comprehend what I'm about to break down for you? So Matt and I, my business partner, we put our heads together and asked ourselves, what can we do to solve clients saying, I'm not getting results with our program? So we decided to create six-figure agency, but for our clients, right? This process took us around 6 months, guys, and I need to set the expectation with you. This is not going to be an overnight success. Michael, don't start freaking out and thinking you have to set this up tomorrow, man. Don't do it. Neil, same thing. All of us here, don't do that. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, guys. So it took us about 6 months because you can't fully launch a coaching program to the extent that I'm about to break down what our coaching program looks like now unless you have the foundations in place, right? You need at least a minimum of 50 clients to fully launch this program. Does anyone have 50 clients here? Okay. Well, you need to get there. You need a minimum of 50 clients. So are you seeing that what I talked about in the past, if you want to get great client results, you need a lot of clients? I'm going to break down why this is important in a second. You need to start closing more deals. You need to close deals, guys. So you need at least 50 clients. You're going to need at least 30% margins when you get 50 clients. You cannot launch this coaching program without a 30% margin, or else you're going to start bleeding cash. At this rate, you're at 50K. You're at 50 clients. You're probably at like 50, 60K a month, right? You're definitely going to, because you need at least 50K in MRR as well. Ideally, 50K in MRR, 30% margins, you're doing about 15K profit a month. When you launch this coaching program, that profit's probably going to go down to about $12,000 in actual profit every single month. So you need to be at least 30% margins. At least 30% margins before you even consider launching this. But the great news is you can, if you're not there yet, because I know a lot of us aren't, and that's okay. But the great news is that you can start the process today as long as you just have one client. So if you have at least one client, you can start this process. All right. And before you go balls deep and done with you coaching, you must focus on the following things first. These are the most important things right now for you guys to focus on. Right. This is a step-by-step process, guys. It's the same exact process that we built out for ourselves, right? We built out our six-figure selling machine, right? That's our sales team. You cannot focus on product if you're also being pulled in different directions and being forced to sell to keep the agency afloat. Ruben, that's exactly why I said you needed closers, bro. There was a reason.
Bro, we've got like 3 third-round interviews happening next week. I'm well on my way, bro. We're like a week away from hiring. Sick.
And now you're gonna be on the way to building out a better product, because once I show you how to build out your sales team, which we'll hop on one-on-ones whenever you need, and I could break that down for you. Once I show you, and by the way, I can do those third round interviews with you if you have like a tough decision, you don't know which candidates. I can hop on an interview too and help you give you my insights. But diving deeper into that, guys, right? You have to build out that sales machine. They need to be closing deals left and right, because if you're guys, you just can't. You can't focus on how do I get a coach for this? How do I build out this resource for my clients? How do I hold them accountable if you're still focused on how do I close a deal so that I can make sure I can pay my team this month, that I can pay my software, that I could live my life? How do I do that? How am I supposed to make that happen? So next thing, have a client success manager that gets it. They need to get it. Toby, you got to get it, bro. You have to understand, and that's why it's so powerful that you're on this call right now, so that you can understand where we're going. We're going to Mars, and Toby, you're going to be the person who helps us build the rocket ship to get there. Let's go. Let's go, man. Guys, every single person here is going to need a client success manager at some point. Now, in the beginning, this client success manager could be your business partner, or if you don't have a business partner, then you could get a part-time client success manager, and you pay them per client. All right? I don't necessarily recommend that, but it is a good way to start so that you can keep focusing on sales, so you can eventually bring that person on full time. I see a hand raised. What's up?
Yeah, bro. Me, just quick question. Do you have like any training for client success coaches? Do you have like SOPs, documents, anything that you could ping over into the drive? Just as a loose framework. Look at that.
I don't know how I can send this to you.
Just click on the doc.
Doc.
Oh, do you want to send the whole thing to me? You can just copy the URL, I think, bro.
Oh. Cool.
If not, then I can ping you a message after.
There you go. It's in the chat.
Nice one, bro.
It's a very intense training. Guys, very intense. We literally flew our last client success manager out to us. Actually, that's not true. We flew our second to last client success manager out to us, flew them to Colombia and trained them in person because it was so intense. So intense. It took about 3 weeks to get them really set up, but it goes over everything that you need to get them going, right? It's a lot of stuff. It'll take about 3 weeks to get someone ready in this role if you're training them properly, right? A lot of times we neglect how to actually most people don't know how to train a client success manager, and they don't do it the right way. It sets them up for failure. So it's super important. Next, build out a repeatable and automated onboarding process, right? If your sales team's closing deals and your client success manager is trying to is lost and they don't know what's going on in the onboarding process, it's going to be a mess. You need a repeatable process, right? Automated email, automated DocuSign. I know a lot of you guys already have that, but that is super, super important. And I'm going step by step. I don't care how baby steps, how many baby steps there really are, because it's super important that you have all of these things figured out before you dive into this. Get your client success deck built out and hammer expectations, guys. You need to hammer them. Right? This is the first part of the process. You cannot build out a full done with you coaching program until you have that set up, right? Because in reality, the most important thing is expectations. If you're setting the right expectations from a sales side, as well as when you onboard the client, when you're doing the anti-buyer remorse portion of it, because that's all it is, you're trying to prevent buyer's remorse, you need to make sure that you're setting up the right expectations for them to succeed. And if you do that, you're going to realize that this is going to be your Band-Aid, right? That is your Band-Aid for now. Your Band-Aid is going to be telling them what they need to do to succeed. But when you actually fully launch this, you're going to show them how to actually make it happen. But you need a Band-Aid for now. That is the Band-Aid for the time being. Don't worry about it. I know it's not perfect, but you can't get perfect now. You won't get perfect. Don't even try to get perfect until you hit all the other criteria that I mentioned before this. Next, get your client success deck built. Expectations already cover that. Buy a course on your niche, right? You could go to Udemy So Ruben, if I were you, I could go to Udemy and I could buy a course on how do I scale a gym or personal training studio to 6 or 7 figures. It'll be like a $10 course. Michael, I could do the same exact thing for pressure washing. Neil, I could do the same thing for funeral homes. Jeremy, I could do the same thing for fitness, right? I could just buy a course on Udemy, $10, maybe $20. You know, the most expensive course I've seen on there are like 50 maybe, but they're always doing discounts. So go on Udemy and buy a course for your niche and have yourself and the client success manager go through that course so they can understand the mentality and the strategies and the tactics that they need in order to support someone in this niche, so that when you're hopping on calls with them, you can support your clients and you're not just checking in on them to try to keep them for another month. You're actually trying to give them you're trying to give them value and resources that's going to allow them and empower them to level up so that they can have and run a successful business. Does that make sense, guys?
Huge sense. Yeah, big time.
Cool. Guys, that is key. That is super, super important. Next, host daily trainings with your client success team, right? Daily trainings. You're training sales every single day. You need to be training your client success team every single day. Every single day. Training, doing role plays with them, listening to call reviews, right? Teaching them, like watching videos on how to coach people properly. Watching videos about your niche so that you can give more resources to your clients. You can support them better. It's super, super crucial to be able to do that, right? Change the verbiage that your team uses, right? Clients are no longer clients. They are now students. Account managers are no longer account managers. They're now coaches. Salespeople are no longer salespeople. They are now advisors, because you can't fake it till you make it. They have to be it so they can become it. And that's going to require a change in their language, right, Toby? You're no longer just an account manager, bro. You're now a client success coach, a client success manager. You're helping them succeed in all aspects of their business. It doesn't matter if it's lead generation or not. Our client success coaches literally coach our clients on organic marketing tactics. Organic. We're doing paid advertising, and they're still teaching them organic. They're teaching them about finances. They're helping them literally connect themselves with like accountants and attorneys and stuff. We are a resource, because the more sticky you become, the higher your retention will be. You're kind of like Google. Imagine not having Google. You can't. You are now the Google for their business. They will start going to you for everything they need. And when they realize that you have become that Google for them, they can't leave. Because what would you do without the internet? What would you do without Google? You wouldn't be able to function, because Google has become sticky in all aspects of our lives. You have to become that sticky Google for them, that search engine. Oh, Toby, I don't know what to do. My gym just flooded. Got a resource for that, man. I want you to talk to this guy. Oh, Toby, I don't know what to do. Our margins they're super low. Oh, no problem, man. Let me help you out with this. We have a P&L tracking sheet. Let's figure out where this excess cash is going. Just little things like that, going above and beyond. Above and beyond. All aspects of their business, right? Start doing group onboarding calls. So once your sales team is pumping, right? This is when your sales team's pumping. And let's say your client success team cannot handle, and this happened to us. We were closing so many deals our client success team could not handle. We're closing 2-3 deals a day. They can't do manual onboardings with each person, because our onboardings take an hour. Most of their time was being spent on onboarding. That's not good. That's not efficient. That's not effective. Group onboardings. And then that's also going to create a group environment, right? Because when there's other people in the program, the people are way more calm. They're way more excited, because they're seeing other people are excited about the program. And now they're seeing, now they have an accountability partner, right? They see other people winning in the program now. Group onboarding calls, super important, because that's going to start the frame and set the frame, right? This is all step by step. Guys, I should build out a timeline for this, but we didn't probably start doing this until month 4 out of 6. Actually, month 5 out of 6. So I think you can kind of see the timeline of all of this, right? We had to first make sure that the expectations were set. We had to first make sure that we had a client success manager, that sales was pumping. We had to make sure that we knew that we were training them the right way before we could even start building any of this out. Now we're in month 5. This is going to take time, guys. It's going to take time. Don't worry about that. Create a client Facebook group chat or a Slack channel. Not a Facebook group, but a Facebook group chat or a Slack channel if you have less than 15 clients, right? Where your CSM, if you have a client success manager and you have all these other things in place, remember, this is all step by step, guys. This is in order. If you already have that client success manager, they can do weekly group calls with them in that Facebook group chat or Slack channel, and just like people can also post their wins in it, right? That's optional. It's not mandatory. We didn't do that, but it is an option for someone who wants to get started right now, right? And your client, and you make sure you set the expectations with your clients. This is not a place where you get support. This is a place where you just solely post wins, and where I'm going to post a link for group coaching calls. 15 people, your attendance on those group coaching calls may be very, very low. So be careful with that. Don't waste too much time on it if it's not going to work out. But it's definitely a good place to for people to post wins. Because if people are seeing other people win, they're way more inclined to actually commit and go more in with the program, right? So you're going to retain them significantly more, because they're going to do the work, because now they're seeing that they can actually have success with it, right? Work with a few clients, just a few, to hold them extra accountable, to prove that if people do the work, they will succeed. So choose some clients that are extremely coachable that you may have right now, and tell them, hey, I need you to do exactly this, right? I'm going to give you a discounted retainer for the next 3 months. I just need you to promise me that you're going to do all of this to a T, and they're going to be your guinea pigs. If they do all of that to a T, and they show, like, you want to choose a couple, not just one. And if they do all of those things to a T that you need them to do to succeed, and you realize that they're having massive success, then you have proof of concept now. And now you can say, great, this is what we can harp on. This is what we can focus on. And if people focus on this and they focus on this strategy, I can effectively coach this in a mass environment because it's proven to work now. And now I'm not just saying a bunch of BS. It's proven to work now, and you have a case study to prove it. So you have to choose a few clients that are extremely coachable. Heck, even if you have to go out there and find a client and work with them for free, do it. But you want to choose someone who's actually going to do the work. Once again, that is completely optional, right? Work with a few. Once you know your product works with the right accountability and implementation, you can now hire a coach, right? The coach can be that client that you just worked with. The coach can be some consultant. We have 2 coaches, right? We have our mindset coach in our program, and then we also have just a general sales coach. They are both licensed realtors that have crushed it. And I know them just from network, and I've known them just by literally, I found them both by, one of them I found because they were going to get a job with us, but we didn't end up hiring them because they were way overqualified. And then the other one we found just by posting on Facebook. And that's how we found both our coaches. You could just post on Facebook, post in Facebook groups. You could go on Google and do searches, right? Sales consultants for gyms. Coaches for pressure washing companies, right? And you can look for these consultants, these coaches, and you can work up a deal with them. We pay our coaches $250 per call. They do 1 call a week. That's about $500 a week in coaching. We're paying about $2,000 for our coaches to come on and coach all of our clients. But $2,000 to coach all of our clients when we have over 100 clients, you can do the math on that. But, we're paying about 5 cents per client. Wait, that's not right.
$20 a client, bro. $20 a client.
Yo, why are you laughing at me, bro? I barely graduated high school. That's not cool. I'm kidding.
Dude, I could do that in like 5th grade. Come on.
That's because you're Indian. All right.
Skip a grade in math.
So you're looking at I love you, Neil. I love you, Neil. So you're looking at about $20 per client, right? That's nothing. That's nothing. And that's why you need a lot of clients, right? Because now you're looking at scale, right? You're looking at scale, and it's super, super easy to reduce your margins when you have a scale, right? So how do you actually build out this coaching program, right? So your coaches and CSMs are actually going to do this for you. So the coaches that you hire and then your CSM, they're actually going to build out the content. They're going to determine what the call topics will look like. You will need to cover the foundations, right? To help these local business owners. Everyone's going to need mindset training. If they don't have the mentality, they won't succeed. They need the mindset training, and then they need the sales training and the accountability. The coaches must cover that stuff. If it's going to be 1 coach, cool. If it's going to be 2 coaches, great. If it's going to be 3 coaches, great. I don't care. But you need to make sure you're covering all of that stuff, where you're covering mindset, sales, and you're holding them accountable. Sales and accountability is going to be very, very important. And the occasional tech support. And for us, I'll tell you how our program works in a second, so don't worry about that, and I'll tell you how we break everything down. Next, set up a system to hype clients up for calls, right? So having an auto text reminder sequence where I could be like, hey, we're having a call, and it gets text to all of our clients. It's going to increase my attendance, right? Because it's not as exciting hopping on calls when you have 5 clients on there versus having 20, 30, 40 clients on one of our coaching calls. I know Michael was on one of our coaching calls because I invited you to one of them for our clients. What did you kind of get from that call? That was actually our first call, by the way. Oh, he got out the camera shot.
I had to turn off my fan. It's mad loud.
Oh, you're good, man. Did any takeaways that you got from that you want to share with the group? If not, no big deal.
I mean, I was only there for the last 10 minutes, but what I could tell was that like you weren't really the coach, but you like talked like last 10 minutes, and you were just like your energy, like you could tell everyone was just like not really like inspired, but like kind of inspiring, just how like you speak. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah. So guys, in the beginning, Michael makes a really good point that I didn't even talk about. You really want to also make sure that you are, if you like Ruben, you have a lot of energy. Jeremy, you have energy. All right, you guys want to make sure that you guys are going to be the ones hyping up. So you set the tone. You set the tone for your coaches. And you set the tone for your team. And this is the minimum viable product that we can accept. Hype, 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 hype. It's super, super important. But you can't do that with 10 clients. You need a lot of clients. Like we had probably 50 clients on that call. So much easier, so much more engagement, right? Because you're looking for, it's a ratio now. You know a percentage of people will engage, and then a percentage of people will not. But that's why you need a lot. You need a lot. Do a client wins challenge in the beginning. This is going to get people excited, to get them pumped up. They're actually going to start posting their wins, which is super, super crucial. If you can get people to post their wins, right? If you're on a sales call, you can literally show people, hey, you want to see our Facebook group, our private client Facebook group with all these wins? Boom. These are live clients right now. This is what's going on in our program. And when you open up your Facebook group, all you're seeing is wins, 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 wins. People closing deals, making money. All right. Next, you will be going from one to many. And I need you guys to really realize this and conceptualize this. Instead of going one-on-ones, right? One-on-one check-ins, one-on-one onboardings, one-on-one support, it's now group. It's one to many. Because in order to create the best product, you need a lot of clients. And in order to get a lot of clients and maintain healthy margins, you need to move from one to many, where you're doing group coaching calls. You're now getting out of, like we're getting all of our clients out of Slack private support. Everything's going to email, which is going to be managed via Freshdesk, right? Instead of doing one-on-one private coaching calls every single week, we're doing it every month now. So we still have a little bit of that component in there. All of the stuff is now in a group environment, in a group setting. It's super, super crucial. With that being said, guys, any questions before I dive into what my community looks like, my group looks like? Was that helpful?
No, that's so fucking helpful.
Any questions at all? I cannot stress this enough. Like, I don't want to.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, how much done for you are you still going to do? Like, are you still going to handle the Facebook ads and everything, or is it going to be strictly teaching them how to do it?
Yeah, really good question. I'm honestly thinking about having an entry-level program and then creating a back offer, a back room basically, where we're going to have an ascension program, right? So our program right now is $6,000 paid in full. So if I get them in for the pay in full, we may start doing it where we lower the initial entry fee and we teach people how to set this stuff up for themselves. And then we have an ascension program where we can upsell people on doing it for them. That's probably the direction that we're going to take. But for now, yes, we're just doing lead generation. We're still just doing lead generation. We still have that done for you component, but now we've just added a whole other component of coaching to them. Or our backend program might become, we'll call your opportunities for you, right? And that's when the ISA will come into play. But we don't know if we're going to do it.
Okay. No.
Okay, cool. All right. Any other questions, guys, regarding this? I do not want to hear in a week, I was confused and I didn't ask questions.
One thing for Jeremy, could you mute yourself, brother? The background from the car is quite loud. Sorry, man, to distract you while you're driving. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? Cool. All right, let me go ahead and dive into my group really quick. I'm going to show you guys how it works. So first and foremost, you also have to get all your clients in there. All of our clients are not in here yet, which is stressful, but that's a process in and of itself. So one thing I actually recommend is creating the group now and just having all your clients request to join. right? You don't have to accept anyone. Just have them request to join as soon as they get onboarded. If you know you're going to build this out like within the next 2 months, 3 months, just start getting your clients requesting to join. Tell them, hey, there's a wait list. We're going to be launching this soon, but get them to request to join so that once you actually do launch it, your client's already in there. Like for us, we try to get all of our clients in within like a few days. That didn't work out well. And we still have probably like another 30, 40 clients that are still not in our group, if not more. So it's super, super important that you guys start thinking about that. Right. Shout out to Euros for making this fire logo, by the way. Did a killer job with that. But diving deeper into this, guys, basically you can copy the exact same thing. This is basically 6FA, like the program. You can look at our Facebook group, and I just replicated it for our clients. That's it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. So, right, this is just their welcome post, getting them all the information that they need. Everyone comments done when they actually get this done. I'm going to show you, like, we did a new normal challenge. So whenever our clients post wins, we tag it, and it's like, hey, new normal. So, this is me going live in the group, hyping people up. You want to do that. Just got another appointment. So imagine this. You're hopping on sales calls, and then you can literally share your screen. Oh, our clients are setting appointments, closing deals. Like, this is fire. Ooh, going on my 4th home tomorrow. Let's go. More wins. And we literally just launched this group, guys, like last week. Like, that's it. We just launched it. This is our weekly schedule. So our client success, this is one of our client success managers. They're in here. They're posting. They're making sure that they're doing everything that they need. We have a weekly quote here. We're making sure we're keeping them up to date with announcements. We have all the links that they need. All the things that they need to succeed. More wins, right? And then we also started doing a leaderboard so that we can keep our clients hyped, and we're giving away $500 in cash for that. So that's what that looks like in terms of the client wins. I'll show you what a coaching call looks like if I could find one.
Quick question, just while you're finding it, do you still have one-on-one coaching calls, or is that all group now? Like the client success calls that happen every week?
Yeah, but they do them every month now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just to hop in, Jared. From time to time, our CSMs have one-on-ones if clients asks for it.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, I'm not in any of our clients' success support, so I don't know what they actually do, but Euros is right. I do know that they do that. So, right, this is what one of our coaching calls would look like.
It would be great because we want to make sure that you get
as one is a little bit more ended up actually.
So, like, this is Peter Michael. He's literally a realtor who did like $100,000 in commissions, and like everyone loves him. Like, he's going in, dropping value. Clients are engaged. People are winning. They're listening to what he has to say. They want to listen to him because he has that frame as the authority, right? Your coach needs to have that frame as an authority. That is our group, though. We just launched it. We just got started. It's just the beginning, and it's like at this point we've determined that besides maybe getting better when it comes to our optimizations on ads, we have the best program out there for realtors right now for this reason, because we're coaching them on what they need to do to succeed. It took about 6 months to build out, guys. Ruben, you have a question?
Yours was first.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
I assume that it's worth tightening up the product so the clients are really winning before launching this group, correct? Like, you want those 50 to 100 clients that are doing extremely well, and that comes from getting the previous steps in first before you have this group. Is that correct? Is this sort of like the last step of that process?
Yeah, this is the final step.
Got you. Perfect.
This is the end goal, right?
Nice,
At least
it's a wicked system.
It's the beginning. It's like phase 2, literally, of your client success journey. Dude, I'm gonna figure out the next level, because I'm still trying to think like what else do we need to do. It's probably gonna be like an ascension program, but for the most part, this is like the next level. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I hope you got value from that call. Please implement, right? All the information I just covered. It's useless if you don't implement, if you don't execute on it. I need you guys to take massive, massive action. And I will see you all next week. Let's crush it. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one. And make sure you guys select one of these videos that the YouTube algorithm just hand selected for you. See you guys.